till yesterday we have seen, okay, what is Kafka? Okay, so what is Flume? Okay, so Flume is a real-time tool and Kafka also a real-time tool, but a Flume use case is different and Kafka use case is different. Okay. So what is Flume use case here? What is Flume? It's a log processing or log extraction tool, like I would say. Instead of processing, okay, I would say log extraction tool. Okay, so this is Flume. Okay, but when it comes to Kafka, it is a message processing tool, and again this is real time. Okay, this is again real time. Okay, okay. So this extract the logs. Okay, normally, okay, if you want to extract anything from log files, okay, any entries from log files, okay, you'll be using Flume. But okay, when it comes to Kafka, so Kafka is kind of a message broker. Okay, you have a message, okay, or a piece of data to transfer. Okay, guys, try to understand. Okay, piece of data, not a file. Okay, suppose, okay, if I ask Kafka, okay, transfer this file from one place to other place, will it transfer? File. I'm saying file. Okay, or if I say I have a data. Okay, so hello, how are you? Will it transfer?
No, sir.
Okay, so it can transfer hello, how are you? But if I put the same hello, how are you in a file, okay, Kafka cannot transfer that. Got it? Okay. So, and at the same time, okay, so Flume is kind of a tool, okay, where, okay, so it can extract, okay, the logs actually. Okay. So Flume use case is different and Kafka use case is different, but okay, but both are data extraction only. Okay, both are kind of data extraction tools only. Okay, but now, okay, we have another and advanced data extraction tool which is called as, okay, um, NiFi. Okay, so when I say NiFi, so how it works? Okay, what is this one? Okay, so almost, okay, so data, okay, extraction tool from anywhere to anywhere. What is this anywhere to anywhere? What is this anywhere to anywhere, guys? So from any source to any destination. Okay, it no need to be STFS. Okay, suppose if you see Flume, okay, Flume will extract the data, log data, and put it into STFS directly. Okay, but Kafka, so to use Kafka, we may not require Hadoop. Okay, but yes, Kafka works very well with Hadoop. Okay, and NiFi, even NiFi also the same case. Okay, so you no need to have Hadoop to use NiFi. Okay, but okay, it works very well with Hadoop. Okay, and who is the founder for this one? Okay, so NiFi is open source Apache project and originally developed at NSA, US National Security Agency. Okay, so this is the place, okay, where, okay, it was originally invented. Okay, so okay, the founder is NSA. Okay, he is the founder. Okay, NSA. But okay, so is it there in the old cloud era? Is it there in the old cloud era? No. Okay. Is it there in old Huttonworks? Yes. Okay. So NiFi is not there in cloud era. Okay. So and again Huttonworks. Okay. Yes, we have. Okay. Is it there in Mapper? No. Okay. But is it there in new cloud era? Yes. Okay. So only in Huttonworks it is there. And again, okay. So Huttonworks. Okay. We have Huttonworks SDP. We are learning. Okay. HTTP and okay, but it is there in HDF Huttonworks data flow. Okay. So this is the tool. It is there only in old Huttonworks and new cloud era, but it is not there in the old cloud era or Mapper. Understood? Okay. So powerful, reliable, and easy to use platform for real-time data ingestions, which can transfer and manage data transfer between different sources and different destination systems. Okay. It's a powerful system and a reliable system. Okay, and it is a distributed system. That's also we need to add here. Okay, a distributed system. Okay, and it is easy to use platform. Okay, if you see Kafka, do you have any UI? No UI. Okay, and if you have, okay, if you see Flume, do you have any UI? No UI. Okay, but when it comes to NiFi, you will come. I mean, it will come with the UI. Okay, it will come with UI. Okay, so this will help you to transfer data from any place to any place. Okay, so that's what I say. Okay, it will help you to transfer data between different sources to and different destinations actually. Okay, so allows you to process not only CSV or any other structured data, but also pictures, videos, audios, logs, geolocation data, social feeds, and any other binary data. Okay. Okay. So if you see Kafka, so Kafka is kind of a tool. Okay, so where it can work with messages. Okay, kind of a text data. Okay, and Flume also it works with log extraction. But when it comes to NiFi, using NiFi you can extract. You can extract logs. You can extract files. You can extract audios, videos. Any kind of data you can extract using. Or you can ingest from one place to other place using NiFi. Clear? Okay. So it provides a web-based user interface for some seamless experience between design, control, feedback, and monitoring. Okay. So there is something something called canvas here. Okay. So I will talk about that later. Okay. So there's a web UI. Web-based user interface. Okay, NiFi. So which will help you to design, control, feedback, and monitoring. Okay, for all these purposes. Okay, so it will help. Okay. It supports clustering, so it can work on multiple nodes with the same flow processing different data, which increases the performance in data processing. Okay, so NiFi again, it is not a standalone tool. Okay, you can use NiFi as a cluster. Okay, when I say cluster, okay, you will have multiple NiFi nodes. Okay, to help data transfer. Okay, to speed up the data transfer. Okay. So again, okay, so if you have more and more nodes, okay, definitely the more and more performance you can get. Okay, and it supports around 280 plus processors, and the user can also create custom plugins to support wide variety of data systems. Okay, at this moment, okay, so NiFi is coming up with the 280 plus processors. Okay, so what is processor and all? Okay, so I will let you know. Okay, during the practical session. Okay, but okay, so it creates custom plugins to support wide variety of and users. Okay, if you feel that so there is no built-in processor, then the user can create their own processor also. Okay, so this is introduction about NiFi. Okay, so now what we will do before going to theory part. Okay, so first we will install NiFi. Okay, we will install NiFi and see how to install NiFi. Okay, so normally in real time, so you will have a separate NiFi cluster. Separate NiFi cluster. So so this is the NiFi area. Okay, so normally, so for NiFi they use a separate set of nodes, and they use So again, using NiFi, if you see NiFi, you have something called zookeeper also, ZK1, ZK2, ZK3. Okay, so it means zookeeper is required even in NiFi area also. Understood? Okay, NiFi also. So they use separate set of zookeepers for Hadoop. Okay, they use separate set of zookeepers for Kafka, separate set of zookeepers for NiFi. Okay, so now what we will do? Okay, so we will install. Okay, so we don't have, since we don't have separate machines, so what we can do, we can install in the front nodes only. Okay, so now I'll open the installation document. Okay, NiFi with Hadoop 3x. Okay. Okay, so in that case, we'll go with Hadoop 3x. Let me switch on Hadoop for 3x VMs.
Sir, how this NiFi is installed in CDH and Ambari?
Sorry.
How this is NiFi installed in NiFi and CDH as a separate?
Okay. CDH, okay, it is not there, sir. Okay, but you have to install a Apache Hadoop if you want to use it in World Cloudera.
Okay.
Apache NiFi.
What about CDP?
Even CDP, yes, it is there. Okay, it's a tool. Okay, I mean, like, okay, you can use, okay, you can add, okay, NiFi using Cloudera Manager itself in CDP.
Okay, sir, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because sir, it will be very hard to monitor. Yes, if this is because then we need to monitor different dashboards.
Yes.
So just yeah.
Yes. Okay, so not satisfied. Okay, guys. Okay, so I'm starting Hadoop cluster now in this. Okay. No services are running. Now I'm starting the Hadoop cluster. Okay. So now I have, okay, so these are the nodes we have. Okay, so I have how many name nodes? Okay, I have 4 name nodes and all. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now, okay. So this will give you first name node as this one. Okay, so now, okay, so if I want to install NiFi, okay, since I don't have, normally in real time, okay, they will be installing NiFi in a separate nodes. But okay, if you want to use NiFi, I mean, okay, now, okay, what I'm doing, since we don't have separate nodes, I'm using the same, okay, Apache Hadoop nodes to install NiFi. Okay. So here, okay, you add NiFi nodes. And so where and all I'm installing NiFi now. Okay, in 181, 182, 183, 184, and 185. Okay, so these are the nodes, okay, where I'm installing NiFi. Okay, so here cluster ng NiFi. Yes, 5 nodes it is working. Okay, install NiFi on all nodes. Okay, first do the cleanup activity in NiFi nodes. But anyway, NiFi is not already. Okay, so that's the reason. Okay, and now, okay, using WinSCP, copy NiFi 1.9. Okay, so this is the location. Okay, I've given you where, okay, you can download the NiFi. Okay, so now, okay, I have already downloaded. NiFi software is a little bit big software, guys. Okay, so now you copy this one, okay, using WinSCP. Using WinSCP. Okay, so let's copy this NiFi file. Okay, so here, okay, I have Apache NiFi, which I downloaded earlier. Okay, so I'm copying it to var www.html directory. So it's almost like 1.4 GB. Okay, software. It's a big software, NiFi, because it has UI and all, right?
As such, we need not to run Hadoop, yes, sir, in this cluster.
But
in
again,
NiFi
real
cluster.
time, yes, they will not run NiFi.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you will not run Hadoop in these nodes, NiFi nodes. In real time, it will be like this, guys. Okay, so you will not have Hadoop installed, okay, or NiFi installed on any of these nodes. Okay, you have a separate set of nodes. Since, okay, we don't have so many machines. Okay, I'm merging these two. You understood?
Got it, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So now, okay, so let's see whether it is copied or not. Yes. Okay, so we have NiFi copied successfully. Now you push this NiFi software to all other nodes. Remaining 4 nodes, 4 NiFi nodes. Because okay, we need to install NiFi in all the nodes. So it is copying this NiFi 1.9 bin.tar.gz to all other nodes. Yeah, okay. So now you can see NiFi software in each and every node. Okay, I mean like all 5 nodes. Okay. Now extract this NiFi node. Okay, as usual, guys. Okay, how you install Apache Hadoop in the same way, you need to extract your NiFi software. Okay, in user local and create a shortcut. Yeah, it extracted, and okay, then okay, I'm creating a shortcut and changing the ownership. Okay, so now you can see NiFi, okay, which is pointed to. So this user local NiFi 1.9.0. Okay. Now, okay, do we need to update this in profile file? Yes, right. Okay. So I'm updating in etc profile file, saying that okay. So this is our NiFi. Okay. This is the NiFi home. Okay. So then okay, this is the path that I exported. So then okay, I'm pushing this modified etc profile file to all other nodes. Yes. Okay. To refresh the home path, please close all open sessions and start again. Okay. So here, okay, close this session and start once again. Yes. Okay. Now, what next? Okay. Do the initial configuration, okay, in S3N1 machine and push the changes to all other nodes. As usual, okay, this is the same process what we followed, okay, even for other tools also. Okay, so we do the configuration in first node and we push the modified configuration file to all other nodes. Here also the same thing. Okay, so here okay, we have something called env.nifi-env.sh. Okay, open this nifi-env.sh. Okay, come to end, and here you add okay, this line. Okay, we need to tell where okay, this Java is running. Okay, so I've told okay, then push modified configuration file to other 4 nodes. Okay, yes, it is pushed. Okay, then open.
What is the configuration of pushing to other 4 nodes, sir? Here?
This is the file, sir. nifi-env.sh file.
What is the configuration that you're pushing?
Okay, sir. Okay, see, I'm modifying this nifi-env.sh file. Okay, so here, okay, this is the empty file, but here okay, I added the Java home path.
Okay, Java. Okay.
Okay, Java home path, okay, and this modified file I push to other nodes, other 4 nodes also.
Yeah, that I got it.
Yeah. Okay, so now you open NiFi property file. Okay, so here, okay, so this is also kind of a like which has a lot of entries, but don't touch any of these entries. Okay, just come and add these lines. Okay. Okay. So what are these lines? Okay, here, okay, so state management, embedded zookeeper. Okay, suppose okay, if you don't use external zookeeper, okay, NiFi itself will come with the internal zookeeper. Okay, sir, but normally in real time nobody will use internal zookeeper, so that is the reason. Okay, so they go with the external zookeeper. Okay, so I'm saying that embedded zookeeper equal to false. Don't use this one. Okay, if I make embedded zookeeper false, then okay, I need to tell. Okay, so what are the zookeepers I have? Okay, so anyway, okay, I have zookeepers running on these 3 machines. Okay, I'm using the same set of zookeepers here. Okay, then okay, is it a cluster node? Okay, yes, it is part of cluster. Okay, so and this is the port number, load balancer port number, and all. Okay, so here, okay, so socket port number and
So
all
in
here.
real time, sir, this will be true, yes?
No,
Embedded.
it will be false only.
Oh, okay.
False, okay, but you will give the NiFi nodes only here because you are installing separately, right? 3 zookeepers.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, in real time, okay, say you are installing, okay, you need to give this zookeeper IP address, this zookeeper IP address, this zookeeper IP address, not these 3 zookeepers. But now what I'm doing, okay, I didn't install separate zookeepers, I'm using same zookeepers. Understood?
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, got it.
So then push the modified configuration file to all other nodes. Okay, so push this. Okay, there are three properties, okay, which we need to understand. So in NiFi, there is something called flow file repository, content repository, provenance repository. Okay. So what are these actually? Okay. What is flow file repository? What is content repository? What is provenance repository? I will explain practically. Okay. So, but okay, here, okay, I'm using for every directory for flow file, I'm using MNT disk 1. For content, I'm using MNT disk 2. Okay. For provenance, okay, I'm using MNT disk 3. Okay. So this is the modified configuration file. Okay, now you push this modified configuration file to all other nodes, all remaining 4 nodes. Yes. Okay. Now, okay. So modify NiFi properties and to add specific details actually. Okay. So here, okay, I'm giving it wait as for 5 minutes. This is fine. Okay. And okay. So you see after execution of this one, okay, you see what will happen. Okay. Now you see in all nodes, okay, so I'm adding, okay, few things separately, okay. Cluster node address, okay, input path host, okay, web HTTP host, all these things I need to add separately. See, all the, okay, so all these properties are same in all the nodes, okay. But okay, last 3 lines are different, okay, for each node, okay. In node 1, okay, first node it will be S3 and 1, second node will be S3 and 2, third node is 3 and 3, fourth node is 3 and 4, fifth node is 3 and 5. Okay, it will be like that. Okay, so you will not have common configuration file across all the nodes, but okay, you will have some common properties across all the nodes. Okay, so now modified it separately. Okay, now modify state management XML. So we told that, okay, let Zookeeper maintain the state management, right? Okay, so open the state management Excel, okay, XML, and here somewhere you go for this one, connect. Okay, so for connect. Okay, so connection string, okay, not here. Zookeeper. Okay. Connection string. Okay, so here for Zookeeper, okay, you need to give this one. This is the here, okay, this is the place where you need to provide the Zookeeper, ZK provider. Okay, under okay, ZK provider, cluster provider tag. Okay, under cluster provider tag, here you have ZK provider. Under that, okay, you have okay connection string. For that connection string, you need to pass the all 3 Zookeepers details. Okay, so now okay, so now push the modified XML to all other nodes. Yes, we pushed. Okay, so now everything is ready. Configuration is done. So we need to start the NiFi services. Just click on this one. NiFi start. So now it is starting all the NiFi service in all the 5 nodes. Okay, now you can see. So run NiFi, run NiFi, NiFi, run NiFi. Okay, so NiFi. Okay, so these are the 2 services. Okay, so which will be started. Okay, in all the nodes. Understood. Okay, so NiFi services started in all the nodes. Okay, if you want to stop, okay, you can use the command. That's fine. Okay, so now, okay, so if you want to check the NiFi log, okay, whether it is loading properly or not, okay, if any NiFi node is not starting properly, check this NiFi log. Okay, see now, okay, it's loading. It will take time. Okay, initially it will take some time because okay, first time when you are starting, so it may take some time. Okay. It is saying that the bind exception already in use. What is this? Okay. Fine. Okay. So once this is done, okay, do the cleanup activity. Okay. So now open NiFi UI. How to open NiFi UI? Okay. You can open NiFi UI using any. Okay. This using this URL. Okay. So it says that some issue. Knife is stopped here, knife also stopped here. Only in 2 places knife is running. Other places, 3 places knife is not running. Why? Knife is stopped in all the nodes. Okay. Now we will see. It is there in all the nodes now. It started. Let's see now. So bind exception already in use. Huh? Why? 8080. What is running on 8080? One 969. Why it is running on 8080? Why 8080 zookeeper is running there? What will happen if I open 8080 report?
Sir, try with IP, sir, it will work like with IP.
No. It's not with IP or anything. Okay. 404. Okay, so what we can do, since okay 8080 is already in use, okay, we can use some different port. Then okay, so here okay, somewhere okay, we might have given the port number, right? Okay, so 1 second, okay, let me check why Jupyter is starting in 8080. Hmm. Okay. This is what I need to do in Julia.cfg. One second. So, okay, so let me make these changes in all the nodes. So you remember, guys, okay, so we used like a new version of Zookeeper.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the new version of Zookeeper looks like it is starting. Now it is not starting on 8080. Correct? Yes. Okay. So okay, this is one learning. Okay. So fine. Now okay, so it is not starting on 8080. So what I will do, I will stop NiFi and I can start NiFi.
So any change done in the existing Hadoop Flex
Yes,
document?
yes. I will upload it, sir.
What is the change, sir?
I added a one Zookeeper property. Okay, so nowhere NiFi is running now. Okay, so now I'm starting NiFi. Started NiFi. Okay, now NiFi is started in all the nodes. Okay, so now you see. Okay, this time it should not fail. Last two times, okay, it was saying that okay, already 8080 port is in use, right? Okay, now it is not saying that okay, 8080 port is in use. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sorry
Yes, sir.
to interrupt. Actually, I have some network problem. So
Okay.
maybe I'll be dropping off. Just send me the. Okay, I'll
Okay.
ping the. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
No problem, sir. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay. So mostly okay. So it will start now. Again, starting NiFi will take some time, guys, because it has the UI and all, right? Yes. Okay. But okay, it is saying that okay, invalid state because okay, it is still loading. Okay, it will take some time. So cluster is still in progress of porting the appropriate data flow. Okay, so we'll see. So here, guys, okay, the voting time we have given us how much time? So 2 minutes. So within 2 minutes, okay, it will be ready. The voting should be completed. Election will complete in 4 seconds. Yes. See how much big UI it is. It's loading so many things. Okay, let it load first time, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. So this is the NiFi UI. Okay. So now NiFi is started successfully. Now NiFi is started successfully. Okay. So let us do some practicals on this one. Okay. So here, okay, I told, okay, this may take some time to start NiFi services. Okay. So to practice NiFi, okay. So okay. Okay. So this is the UI case. This is the NiFi UI. So this 7. I guess those are the previous ones actually. Okay, so yes, okay. So now all 5 nodes are up and running. Okay, all 5 nodes are up and running without any issues. Okay, now cluster is ready, everything is ready. So now, guys, okay, so if you see this here, this UI is called as a canvas actually. Okay, so this is called as canvas. Okay, so now, okay, you're in NiFi flow. Okay, before you start anything, first what we need to do, we need to create our own process group. Okay? What do you mean a process group? Okay, so process group means it is kind of a directory. Okay, it is kind of okay our own space. Okay, to create our flows actually. Okay, so here, okay, if you put okay here, there is something called process group here. Just okay, pull the process group. Okay, so here, okay, I'll give okay my name. Okay, so pull the process group here. So here, okay, this is okay, I'm pulling it. Okay, I'm saying that okay, Venkata practice. Practice. Okay, Venkata underscore practice. Add. Okay, now this is the Venkata's process group. Okay, in the same way. Okay, if I want to see, if I want, okay, so let's say Venu. Okay, Venu also want to practice. Okay, so Venu will create okay, so Venu practice group. Okay, so that okay, whatever flows I created will not disturb okay Venu practice actually. Okay, so like this. Okay, so I can have multiple things. Okay, so every user will have their own okay process group actually. Okay, so tomorrow okay we have Rani. Okay, Rani underscore practice. Okay, so every user will create one process group, their own process group. Okay, so it means okay whatever flows I create, okay, I'll create inside my process. Okay, my process group. Whatever flows okay Venu want to create, he will create inside Venu's process group. Okay, and where whatever for Rani, okay, she'll create inside Rani's process group. Okay, so now okay these are the different process groups we have. So now double click on this one. Okay, now okay if you double click on this one, now you're inside Venkata practice. Okay, now this is your space. Okay, where you can create okay whatever you want, whatever flow you want. Okay, so first thing okay what we will do. So okay, so we understood that okay NiFi is kind of a tool where it can ingest the data from one place to other place. Okay, so NiFi. Okay, so all these days okay, we have seen like, other ingestion tools also, other data extraction tools also, Flume. Okay, and okay, we have seen Kafka. Okay, how this Flume works? Okay, you have a source log here, log file. Okay, Flume will connect to this log, or Flume will be continuously monitoring this log. Whenever there is a new entry in this log, it will automatically extract that and put it into destination. Let's say destination is STFS. Okay, it will put it into destination. Yes or no? Okay, this is what the Flume is doing. Okay, so it is taking from here and putting it to STFS. Okay, so when it comes to Kafka, so you have something called okay, this is your message. Okay, so your message will be given to Kafka by a producer. You have a producer, okay, which will produce messages actually. Which will produce messages to Kafka, okay. But okay, and other side you have a consumer, okay, who will consume the messages from Kafka. Correct. Who will consume the messages from Kafka? Consumer. Okay. Messages. Okay. So producer is the one, okay, producing the messages, and consumer is the one consuming the messages. Okay. This is how Kafka works. Okay. But now we have third tool, which is NiFi. This is also a kind of data extraction tool. Okay. Again, okay, when it comes to NiFi, okay, it follows this process. Understood, guys? It works like Flume actually. Okay, so you need to tell what is the source. Okay, if you tell what is the source, okay, so this is the source and this is the destination. So this is the destination. So if you tell, okay, so what is source and what is destination, automatically NiFi will contact source and get the data and put it into destination. Okay, it is not like Kafka. Understand? It is not like Kafka. In case of Kafka, so producer has to produce the message and consumer has to consume the message. Okay, so Kafka is not doing anything. Kafka is just storing the data in its own space. Okay, so temporarily. Okay, so producer is giving message here and consumer is taking message from here. Okay, so that is what is happening in case of Kafka. Okay, so but when it comes to NiFi also you understood how it is working. So when it comes to NiFi is taking the data from source and okay, giving it to destination. Okay, so you don't need to give any kind of okay separate. You don't need to write any programs. Okay, so in case of Kafka, you need to write producer program. You need to write consumer program. But okay, in case of NiFi, it is not at all required. It is not at all required. Okay, so now I need to develop the flow inside this one. Okay, so I need to develop the flow into this one. Okay, now one of the example is that push files from one server to other server. Okay, so I have some data in S3N1 server and I want to push it to S3N4 server. Okay, so how to do this one? Okay, so now if I want to do this one, I need to create a flow from one machine to other machine. Okay, so what I will do? So here there is something called processor, guys. Okay, take the processor. Okay, so you will have two different type of processor. Okay, so source processor and destination processor. Okay, so now I'm taking the processor. Okay, so for this processor I'm telling that okay, so okay, what is the processor I'm taking? So this is the processor I'm taking. Okay, if you see number of processors, okay, as of today we have 293 processors. Okay, and in the latest version of NiFi you have almost okay 400 plus processors. Understood? You have 400 plus processors. Okay, or at least okay 380 plus processors. Okay, we have, okay, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so now this is the processor what I'm taking, get SFTP. Okay, so get SFTP. Okay, this is the processor. So click on add. Okay, now get SFTP processor has been added here. Okay, so what this processor will do? This processor will connect to. So this is how it works actually. Okay, so inside the NiFi you create a flow here inside NiFi. Okay, this is NiFi, right? Okay, so here you are creating a flow. Okay, so this is the processor. This is the processor, input processor. We have a output processor. So this is what we are creating in NiFi, output processor. Okay, link between these two. Okay, and okay, so now you need to tell this processor, okay, what is your source? Okay, I need to tell, hey, this is your source. This is the source. Okay, to this processor I need to tell what is your destination. Okay, so this is the destination. Okay, so I'm telling that this is your destination. Okay, now this is called flow. This is called flow, NiFi flow. Understood? Okay, so now, okay, I've taken the input processor, okay, which is called get SFTP. and I'm changing the properties. Okay, I'm changing the properties. Configure. Right click on this one. Click on configure. When you click on configure, okay. So first, okay, so properties. Go to properties. Okay, what is the host name? Okay, what is our idea? Okay, now our idea is to copy some files from here to here. Okay, what is the host name here? Okay, our idea is to copy some data from S3 N1 machine to S3 N4 machine. S3 N4 machine. Okay, so this is my source and this is my destination. Okay, so here what is the host name? Okay, so S3 N1 dot hadoop.com. This is the source machine. Okay, and what is the username to log into this machine? Okay, now if I give this name, okay, is it okay, or we need to provide the username also? How to log in? We need to provide the username also. Okay, so S3N1. Okay, so username. What username I want to use? Okay, I will say use STP user. And what is the password? Okay, so welcome one is the password. Okay, so I'm saying that okay, use okay. This is my source machine. Okay, log into the source machine using okay this user ID and password. Okay, so from which path I need to get the data? Okay, this is the path. Okay, source path. Okay, what is the path I'm giving here? Okay, this is the path. Okay, so home HTTP user source. Okay, so I will create a directory here. Okay, I will create a directory here. Okay, home HTTP user mkdir source. Okay, so this is the directory. Okay, I need where I need to get the data. Okay, cd source. Okay, so this is the directory. Okay, I need to give the path here. So what I'm clearly telling that okay, what is the my source host name? Okay, how to log into that source host name? What is the source path? Okay, so source path. Okay, then okay, so here okay, you have something that delete original file. Okay, see if you want to copy data from one place to the from source to destination, so you will use okay delete original equal to false. Sorry, if you want to copy delete original equal to false. But if you say delete okay original equal to true, it means okay, so after copying the data it will delete the original file here. Okay, original from file from the source. Okay, so now I'm saying that delete original equal to this one. Okay, and how frequently I need to search this one? Polling interval. Okay, I want to search okay every 5 seconds I need to search. Okay, and every 5 seconds I need to search this directory. If there are any files inside this directory, move it to the new directory which is on different machine. Okay, so this is what I'm telling guys. Okay, this is what I'm telling. Okay, click on apply. Okay, so when you click on, so I've given all the properties here. Okay, but here if you see this one, there is something actually showing. Okay, so there is some property missing here. What is the property missing? Okay, relationship success. Right click on this one, configure. Okay, so relationship success, this is the one. Okay, apply. Okay, now you are seeing this symbol means okay this processor okay is having okay, I mean you have given all the properties for this processor. If you see this like this. Okay, so now okay, so in this example, okay, I've taken one input processor and okay I pointed to this one. I clearly told that I can log into this machine okay using STP user and password is welcome one. Okay, and this is my path. Okay, what is my path here? This is the path. I clearly told this is the path. Okay, so you need to get the data. This is what I told. Okay, all these things I told in the input processor. Okay, now I need to take one more output processor. Okay, so now I'm taking one more output processor. What is this output processor? Here, this second output processor is put SFTP. Okay, this is the second processor. Okay, just take this one. So now this is the processor. Now right click on this one, configure. Okay, so here properties. So now you need to tell which host name where you want to copy your data. Okay, I want to copy my data to s3n4.hadoop.com. This is the machine. Okay, again, okay, how to log into that machine? Okay, let's say I want to copy the data using okay different username. I can do it. Will do that also. Okay, Or you can tell like HTTP user only, HTTP user. Okay. And what is the password? Okay. Welcome one. Okay. And okay. So where okay, I need to put that. In which path I need to put. Okay. So what I will do, I will log into S3N4 machine. I will create a directory which is called as destination. Okay. So mkdir destination. Okay. So now CD destination. Okay. So nothing is there here. CD destination. This is the path on this machine. Okay. This is the path. Okay. So now create directory false because it is already created. Okay. So I guess that's it. Okay. I guess that's it. Okay. If you want to use compression, you can use compression. Okay. So permissions. Okay. What is the permissions you want to set here? Okay. You want to set okay 644. Okay. 600. This is what permissions I need to set. Okay. Then okay owner. Okay. Which owner HTTP user? Destination file. With what username? Group name. Okay. Okay. HTTP admin. Okay. So you can set up all those things actually. Okay. Apply. Okay. But okay, here it is saying that there are okay, a few things missing. Okay. So right click on this and configure. So these are the things missing actually. Settings. Apply. Okay, but still it is saying upstream connection is missing. Okay, because okay, this is the output processor, right? Okay, so here, so this is the upstream connection. Okay, so okay, drag and drop like this. Click. Okay, so now you created a link between these two guys. See here, this is the link you created between these two. Okay, so it means okay, inside NiFi, this is all, this comes under NiFi here. Okay, so NiFi, inside NiFi, you created this flow. Okay, created this processor, output processor, and created a link between these two. Okay, and okay, so if I create this link between these two, will they work? Okay, we need to start these processors. Now, okay, if you see both the processors are in stopped state. Okay. Now you need to start the process. Right click on this one, start the processor. Okay, so now I started the processor. Okay, now I started the processor, but did I start input processor? But okay, did I start the output processor? Huh?
No.
I didn't start the output processor. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, if I don't start output processor, okay, we will see this one. Okay, now I started only input processor. Okay, so what I will do? Okay, this is my Excel here. Okay, so this is my source. Okay, but when it comes to here, so here also it is like HTTP user welcome, home HTTP user destination. Okay, this is the place where I want to create the store my data. Okay, so now what I will do now here, okay, I will create one file sample.txt. Okay, create a link between these two. Okay, so now test how test flow by creating some file set source. Okay, now it is created, right? Okay, so now I'm creating a sample.txt file gauge. Okay, where I'm creating this sample.txt. Okay, so let me check this one. Well, okay, do we have any files inside the source? Yes. Do you have any files inside the source? No. Okay. Now I'm creating a file sample.txt. Okay. Now there is a file sample.txt. Okay. Now it is not there. What happened, guys? What happened? See, I created a file sample1.txt. Okay, but if I see twice it is there, it was there, but now it is not there. Okay, what might have happened? So here I told my input processor, check this directory every 5 seconds. If there are any files, okay, move those files. Okay, so now it is moving these files. It is moving these files. Okay, so now you go to this one and you see here. Okay, in the queue, what it is saying here? Queue. What it is saying? 1. Okay, why it is in queue? Because you have not started this one. Okay, if you start this one automatically, it will not be queued here. It will be pushed to destination. Got it? But okay, this is not there. Okay, now it is in queue. Okay, so now it is in queue means it is with whom now? It is in queue means it is with whom? Okay, see here. Okay, now there is a file sample1.txt here. Sample1.txt. This is the file. Okay. What I told this input processor, okay, in this directory every 5 seconds, if there's any file, move it. Okay. Now, okay, this is the file. Now it understood that okay, there is a file. Okay, so move it. Okay, and it moved here. Okay. Now it is with the NiFi. Why it is with NiFi? Because you have not started output processor. If you start output processor, this file will go and sit here. Understood? Understood, guys? Okay. So now, okay, it is with NiFi. Okay. When I say NiFi, where in NiFi? Where NiFi is keeping this data until it is pushed to destination. Where NiFi is creating. Okay. So you remember, okay. So we okay, if you remember, okay, we have given some property files here, guys. Okay. What is the one of the property file here is okay, content repository. Can you see this content repository? Okay. So this is the place, okay, where NiFi will keep the data until it is moved to destination. Understood? Content repository is a place, okay, where NiFi will store the data temporarily if the output processor is not working. So if output processor is working, okay, we will keep this one here. We have something called content directory. Okay. Inside this content directory, so here, okay, so you have given MNT disk 2 for this one. Okay. MNT disk 2. Okay. It means, okay, now NiFi has got this file from source and put it into MNT disk 2 temporary basis. Okay. Now, okay, if I start this output processor will take this file and push it to S3 and 4. Okay. Now, okay, you go and take S3 and 4 destination. Do you have anything inside destination? No, right? Okay. No. Okay. Now what I will do inside this one, I will start this processor also. Start this processor. When I start this processor, you have queued one, right? Okay. Let's see what will happen. Okay. So what is queued now?
0.
Why?
It moved to
Why
destination.
queued 0?
File moved to destination.
Exactly. It means okay. So now the output processor is started and it has taken this sample.txt. It moved to here. Okay. Now content repository is empty now. Understood? Now content repository is empty here. Okay. Now shall we check in this directory now? Okay. Let's go to the second this destination directory. Now you see LL. Do you have sample1.txt?
Yes.
And okay, what is the username we told? SD present SD fragment. And what are the permissions we told? 600. Is it copying in the same way or not? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, okay. So what you can do? Okay. Now let us create one more file. Sample2.txt. Now, okay, I'm creating. See, is it there now? I created sample2.txt. Okay. In S3N1. Okay. Now you see. How much time it has taken? Fraction of seconds. So now, okay, until these processors are up and running here, these processors will be continuously watching the source. Okay, input processor will be continuously watching the source, and output processor will be continuously watching this queue. Okay, so in the source, if there is anything, okay, get a safety we will get and put it in the queue. In the queue, if there is anything, put a safety we will take from the queue and put it in the destination. Okay, so like that, okay, you can create any number of files. Okay, so now shall I put, okay, in this location, shall I put one picture file? Okay, so what I will do, I will log in here. Okay, inside this one. Okay, so where? Okay, home HDP user. Okay, so here, okay, so source, inside the source. Okay, now I will put, okay, some picture file. desktop. Okay, so I'll put okay service now incident.jpg. This is the file. Okay, this is the file. Okay, now refresh. Is it there? Is it there?
No, sir.
It is not here. Okay,
No.
it is not here, but okay, you see here destination. So is it pushing video files also? I mean picture files also? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so even if you put video files also, it will push. Whatever you put inside the directory, it will be moved to destination directory. Whatever you put a single message or a single file, audio file, video file, okay, any file you put, okay, it will move. Okay, so that's the beauty of NiFi. Okay, NiFi doesn't think, okay, whether it is a structured data, unstructured data, or semi-structured data. Nothing. It will just, okay, take the data and put it in the destination. Clear? Are any questions now? Clear? Are any questions, guys?
Sir,
Okay.
what is the capacity of the content repository?
Okay. So what is the capacity of this one? Okay. What is the capacity of this disk2? Okay. So what is the capacity of disk2 for us here? What is the capacity of disk2 for us here? Each disk we have given 100 GB, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Huh?
Sir, could you please show me how to create a link, sir, for source and destination one more time.
So, okay, source and creation link. Okay, so sir, okay, I'm taking a processor. Okay, inside processor, okay, I'm giving all the properties. Understood? So I'm taking input processor, I'm giving all these properties. I'm taking output processor, I'm giving all the destination properties. Understood? This is my source. This is my destination. Okay. Source properties were given to source processor. Destination properties were given to destination processor. Understood? Or any questions?
Sir, I'm joined 15 minutes late, sir. Sorry. So just couple of questions.
Yes,
Is it only going to work on the OS level file system or Hadoop FS as well?
No, sir. No. I will show you other practicals also. Okay.
Only
This
on the local file
source can be, okay. So the source can be, okay, local file system, okay, cloud storage, or RDBMS, or Hadoop, okay, and destination can be the same. Destination also a local file system. Destination can be cloud storage. Destination can be RDBMS, okay, Hadoop, or anything actually. So okay, as I told you, from anywhere to anywhere. This is the logic here.
Sounds good, sir. Is this free, sir?
It's open source Apache, right?
Open source Apache.
Apache
Okay. And can we be able to see if it is installed from the Cloudera?
It is not in, okay, sir, old Cloudera. It is in new Cloudera, sir. Yes. Okay, new Cloudera, you can see NiFi.
Okay, so in the new Cloudera, if I see the NiFi service in the cluster, then it means we have it, right?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
And can we use
sir, okay,
this?
so
Can
here,
we use
okay,
this
so
NiFi to?
sir, one
If
thing,
someone
okay.
is asking, yeah, if someone is asking to copy the data from one Hadoop cluster to another Hadoop cluster, can we use this one?
You can use NiFi.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay. Sir, okay, when I say Hortonworks, okay, Hortonworks is giving his software, okay, its software is in HTTP, Hortonworks data platform, Hortonworks data flow, HDF. Okay. In the same way, new Cloudera, it's giving, okay, CDP and CDF. Okay, Cloudera data flow. Okay. You need to install Cloudera data flow to see NiFi. Got it? Okay. So now, okay, we have seen, okay, so we have seen, okay, from local file system to local file system, you have seen. Okay. So now, okay, if I don't want this one, okay, then you can stop it. Okay. you stop the source, okay, and you can stop the destination. Okay, you can stop both the process. Okay, this is not at all a problem. Okay, now, okay, one flow is done. Okay, so then, okay, we will see one more flow. Okay, so exercise 1, okay, we have completed successfully. Exercise 2. Okay, exercise 2. Create a controller for MySQL and JSON. Okay, JSON file. Okay, so now, okay, so please start MySQL. Okay, now the idea is that, okay, I want to copy data from MySQL to where to copy to okay. So MySQL to local file system. This is the next exercise, guys. Okay, MySQL to local file system. So I have some data in MySQL. Okay, MySQL. I want to push it to local file system. Okay. So now I need one MySQL, right? Okay. So what I will do? Okay. What I will do? I will start a MySQL in one machine. Okay. So in which machine I can take? Okay. I can log into S3 and 4 machine. Okay. I log into S3 and 4 machine. Okay. So here in this machine, I'm starting MySQL here. So I'm starting MySQL here. Okay. MySQL is started. Okay. I'm logging into this MySQL. So here, okay, I'm saying show databases. This is the databases. Okay. So now I'm okay, creating tables. Okay. I'm creating a database and table. Okay. So I created a directory which is database which is called as sales. Okay. And okay, now okay, you're creating a table, sales data table. So and I am inserting some data into this one. There are 4 rows I inserted. There are 4 records I inserted. Okay. So now what I'm doing, create a controller MySQL actually. Okay. So since okay, this is okay MySQL. Okay. So okay. So normally when I create a connection, okay, if you want to use the same connection by multiple people, okay, you can do. Okay, you can create it like a controller base. Understood? Okay. Let's say there is a database here. This is the database. This is the database. Okay. Okay. There are 2 tables here. Okay. So table A, table B. Understood? Okay. So in one flow, I cannot bring both the tables. Okay. So now, okay, table A also will connect to the same source. Table B also will connect to the same source. Okay. It means, okay, instead of creating 2 input process, okay, so now what I will do, I will create a connection string first. Okay. Controller connection string actually. Okay. So here to do this one, what you need to do, you go to here, right click on this one, configure. Okay. So here, configure controller services. Here, click on controller services. Okay. And here, click on okay, add processor. Here, okay, here add. Okay, add new controller. What is the controller here? Okay, this is the controller we need to add. Okay, database. Okay, connection pool. This is the one which we need to add. Okay, just add this one. Okay, but okay, so this is invalid at this moment. Okay, so right click on this one. Okay, click on settings here. Okay, so go to properties. Now it is asking what is the connection URL. Okay, to where to connect here. Okay, so here this is the database, sales database. Okay, what is the driver class name? Okay, this is the driver class. This is MySQL, right? This is the MySQL driver. Okay, database driver location where this is available. Okay, this is available here. MySQL controller. Okay, so here you are providing what is your database name. Okay, database host name, database port number, database name, and driver details. Okay, and database username also. Username equal to root. Okay, and password equal to welcome1. Okay, so you are providing all these details. Okay, and here, okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay, so maximum total connections. Okay, how many people can use this connection? Okay, this connection, common connection. Okay, so you can set some big number also if you want. Okay, so I'm setting it like 10 people. Okay. So maximum lifetime, time between. Okay. So these are all okay. Okay. So I guess okay, we have given all those things. Okay. Enables. Okay. Click on apply. Okay. So now, okay, right click on this one. Click on enable here. Okay. Right click. Right click is not working. So here okay, there is something called enable. Okay. So while enabling, you need to select okay, service and referencing component. Enable. Okay. So now you are enabling the connection pool. It means okay, so you created a connection string, okay, or connection pool, okay, which will be shared by multiple flows. Okay, close it. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so now, okay, I'm going to create one more actually. Okay, so right click on this one. Okay, configure. Okay, create one more. Okay, what is this one? JSON record writer. Okay, this is another controller. Okay, just okay. Just start it and okay, just enable controllers. Okay. Settings. Okay, I guess okay, this is fine. Okay, so enable this one. Enable this one. Okay, so I tell you why I'm using this one JSON. Okay, I want to convert okay each record into a JSON format. That is the reason okay, I'm just taking it like this. Okay, now JSON record set writer. Okay, and okay for this one okay if you want to okay change anything okay date format. Okay, so date format. Okay, so first disable if you want to make any changes. Okay, so here okay I want to change the date format. Okay, so date format should be like okay YYYY MMMDD. I want to go in this format. Okay, time format. Okay, let it be the same thing. Apply. Okay, now you enable this one. Enable. Close. Okay. So now these are the two controllers okay which we added. Okay, so till now. Okay, now okay pull the records from MySQL to local file system. Okay. So here query database tool table record. Okay, so now add a processor now. Here, what is the processor? Query database table record. This is the processor. Okay. So right click on this one, click on configure. So here you need to give the properties. Okay. What the connection pool service? Okay. So this is what okay, we already created, right? Okay, use this one. Okay. What is the table name I need to extract the data? Okay, what is the table name here? Sales data table. Okay, so this is the table we have in RDBMS. We created an RDBMS and inserted 4 rows. Columns to return all the columns. Okay, do you want to use any where class? Okay, you can give custom query. You want to give anything, you can. Okay, so but a record writer, how to write my output record? Okay, how to output my records? Okay, so use the JSON record writer. Okay, so convert. Okay, see, suppose okay, now if you see select star from table. So this is my data. But when I want to copy this each record into output directory, how do I copy? Okay, I want to copy this like okay a JSON file. Okay, JSON file. Okay, so that is the reason okay, I'm giving like record writer as JSON record writer. Okay, so it will follow the JSON format and okay store the data. So maximum value columns. Okay, what is this maximum value column? Okay, so you can enable auto what to say incremental import actually. You can enable incremental import. Okay, so incremental import on which column? What is the row? What column? Transaction ID. Okay, so this is what I have given here. Okay, and settings. Okay, this one. Click on apply. Okay, so now so here query. Okay, so input processor is ready. This input processor is ready. Okay, now I will write the output processor. Okay. I'm not using put SFTP. I will use one more processor. Okay, so this is the processor, output processor, put file processor. Okay, so you need to understand what is the difference between put file and put SFTP. Okay, I will tell you. Okay, put file. Okay, right click on configure. Okay, so here, so you need to say okay which directory you want to put the data. Okay, so MNT. Okay, this sorry, home HTTP user. Okay. Okay. So jails underscore data. This is the directory. Okay. So comfort. Okay. Create missing directories. True. Okay. Maximum file count and all. Okay. That's fine. Permissions. Okay. I want to put it like 600 owner HTTP user. Okay. And group is HTTP segment. Okay. This is what, okay, the group I need to put and apply. Okay. So now I created two what is that process. One process is connected to RDBMS, other process is connected to put file. Okay. But okay, when I say put file, did I tell, okay, which node I need to put the file? I didn't tell. Okay. Let's see where it is putting. If I don't tell where it is putting, okay, we will see. Okay. So now, okay, so this is clear now. Okay, created link between these two. Okay, click on OK. Okay, now link is created. Okay, so now I can start it. Okay, now right click on this one, start. Now I started this one. Okay, so when I start this one, okay, so let's see whether there is any queue data. We'll wait. Because I didn't start this one. So, okay, so you want me to start this also. Because there are 4 records, right? Can you see this one? There is a queue. There is something in queue. Okay, what is that something? There are already 4 records. Yes or no? These 4 records in queue now. Okay, this extracted those 4 records and it kept in the queue. Why it is in the queue? Because it is the destination processor is, okay, output processor is not started. Okay, so right click on this one and say start. Okay, so now, okay, yes, okay, from queue it has put in the destination. Okay, what is the destination? Right click on this one, view configuration. Okay, so here properties. Okay, you have to tell the destination host here. No destination host. Okay, if there is no destination host, okay, what is the destination host it will take? Okay, so here there is something called, okay, so now here you take the cluster here, cluster, and there is something called, okay, primary. Can you see this one? So there are 5 nodes, but okay, there's something called primary. What is primary here? S3 and 5. Okay, so this data is stored in S3 and 5. Okay, now log into S3 and 5. Sales data. I didn't create any directory. Now there is a file. What is there in this file? How many records are there? Huh? How many records are there, guys? Okay, transaction date is coming like this. Okay, so looks like, okay, okay, there is some issue with the format. It is not recognized in this format. Okay, so what I will do, I will go back here and again I will right click on this one, configure controller, stop the disable the controller, disable. Okay, close and change the properties. Like I don't want this one. Okay, okay, right, and enable this one. Okay, because the date format is not coming properly. Okay, close. Okay, so now, okay, what it has done, guys, it has extracted 4 records. 1, transaction ID 2, transaction ID 3, transaction ID 4. Okay, it extracted 4 records in one file. Okay, now what I will do, will insert some data in the source system. Okay, how many records? Okay, I'm inserting now. Okay, I'm inserting 5 and 6. Okay, I'm inserting 5 and 6. Now I have 2 records, extra records I inserted in the database. Okay, now you go and see here. Earlier there is only 1 file. Now you have second file also. What is there in the second file? This is the second file, recent file which created. Okay, what is there in the second file?
2 records. Newly added 2 records.
Sorry?
Newly added 2 records.
The newly added 2 records. Okay, again, the transaction it is coming like this only, right? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's not waste time. Okay, I will see why it is coming like this. Okay, so but okay, again, okay, newly added 2 records are there. Okay, so the more and more records you add here, now I will add okay, 2 more records, 7 and 8 records. Okay, 7 and 8. Now you come and see here. Okay, see here. Okay, so add this one. In this okay, 8th record is there, and in this 7th record is there. Or not, okay, so like this, okay, you keep on adding more and more data. Now I'm adding 9th record. Okay, add 9th record. Okay, so it will come here. Okay, so this is the 9th record here, guys. Okay, it means okay, whatever data I have there, okay, it is copying here. And okay, can I use okay database to database? Huh? Can I use database to database?
Yes, sir.
You can, sir. Why not? So you have okay, put database. So you here okay, if you want to copy that. Okay, so here okay, this output processor okay, you're saying put file. But what in case if output processor if I take it like okay, so I'll take a processor here. Okay, the output processor is okay. Okay. Can you see this one? Okay, what in case if I take put database record? Huh? Understood? So like this, okay, so okay. So I'll use the same, okay, so configure, okay. So record reader, okay. Database, okay, so this the same thing, okay. Catalog name, schema name, okay, schema, okay, so I can write a different schema, different table. Okay, so you create okay, one more database actually in a different machine. So what this will do, this will copy the data. So from one database to other database, it will copy the data. Understood? Okay. So if you want to copy data from one database to other database, you can copy. Okay. You just create a link here. Okay, then it will copy the data from one database to other database. Okay. Okay. I want to copy into HDFS. Okay. So what I will do, see, to local file system, this is the one. Okay. To database, okay, from database, okay, to database, okay, this is the one. Okay. And okay, so I'll use another processor. Okay. Put HDFS. When it comes to HDFS, okay, there's something called put HDFS. Okay. So this is the put HDFS. Okay. Now I want to put some data into HDFS location. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So put HDFS. Okay, so here, okay, so you need to Hadoop configuration. Okay, so you need to use this one. Right click on this one. Okay, configure. Okay, so Hadoop configuration resources, you need to put location of core site XML and okay, this one, and where to put this one. Okay. Project RF, project underscore RF. Which location? Okay, directory. Okay, this is the location. Okay, username and password also you can set. What is the username? Okay, permission check remote owner. Okay, Len, okay, remote group, VLR group. Okay, replication value. I want to put replication with replication 2. Okay, and this is a destination actually block size. I want to go with 128 MB block size. Okay, 128 MB. Okay, apply. Okay, so put all these things. Okay, so now you create a link between this one and this one. Got it? Okay, but here there is something relationship success. Okay, MB. Okay, so right configure. It says that okay, block size 128 MB. I need to put. Okay. So here settings. Okay, so now we have given everything properly. Okay. So let's see what will happen now. So now same source, two destination guys. Can you see this one? Huh? This is one destination, two destinations.
Two.
Same source. Okay, start. Okay. Now, okay, let me put, okay, let me insert, okay, 10th record and 11th record here. Insert 10th record and 11th record. Where? Here. I inserted 10th record and 11th record. Okay. Let's see first it has come here or not. Yes, it has come here. Okay. And this one, it has come 10th record and 11th record. Okay. In the same way, let us check in this path also. What is the path? This is the path. Okay. So I'll go to edge node. Okay. DFS, -ls, this location. So do you have any file? And who is the owner? Ln. Group is BLR group. Replication factor 128 MB, block number 2, and block size 128 MB. Okay. Now you can this one DFS-cat. You should have those two records, 10th and 11. Correct or not? So it means, okay, whenever there's any data in the database, automatically it is pulling and putting into local file system and STFS both. And okay, if I add like this, okay, so if I save one more database also, okay, the same data it will put in local file system, okay, another database and STFS in all three places. See how easy it is here. In case of Kafka, Flume, and okay, the developer has to write so many programs, okay, but here, okay, all the programs, okay, so all the we are just dragging and dropping the predefined processors, okay, there are, okay, so almost, okay, 293 predefined processors we are using. So these predefined processors are related to Amazon, okay, so these are all, okay, Amazon related, AWS related, okay, so these are, okay, delete S3, okay, put S3, okay, list S3, all those things, okay. So like this, okay, CSV related, okay, so STFS related, okay, JSON related, Kafka related, okay. You can get data and see consume Kafka. See, consume Kafka, get Kafka, publish Kafka. So it means, okay, using NiFi, you can insert data into Kafka also. Got it? Got it, guys? Okay. So I hope, okay, you got an idea, okay, so how it is working. Okay, still any questions? I would show you, okay, simple examples, okay. So still any questions? Like this, okay, whenever new data comes here, automatically the same data will be here. Okay. So now, okay, you take this one, okay, you take the same example of Reliance Fresh. Okay. So we have, okay, we have this example, right? Okay. Earlier, okay, we had this example, right? Okay. This flow will now be changed like this. Okay. So here, okay, instead of ETL, I'm not using scoop and all, okay, I will use NiFi here. So in between, okay, I will use NiFi. Understood, sir? Now. Okay. Now, is it a real-time flow or not? Now you no need to remove. Okay, so okay, in case of Kafka, okay, I'm just doing example. So Kafka, so wonderful, okay, for live data streaming. Okay, so but one disadvantage with Kafka here. Okay, suppose, okay, so now you have the billing machine. Suddenly Kafka producer is down. What will happen? Whatever bill you generate from this machine, okay, will it reach here Hadoop?
No.
Huh? No, right? If Kafka producer is down, yes or no? But in case of NiFi, you are keeping, okay, your flow as it is. Okay, So like here, okay, I'm writing some flows, okay, which comes to each and every database. Okay. Tomorrow NiFi is not working also. When you generate the bill, that will come and sit this transaction will come and sit here. Later when NiFi is started, it will pull all the latest transactions. Understood? So your data is safe now. No problem to your data at all. Okay. Finally, it is coming and sitting here. Okay.
So,
Again,
sir,
this
in
is
your
a-
organization, you're using NiFi.
Of course, sir.
For what purpose are you using?
Many places, okay, we are using NiFi extensively. Not only we, okay, many people, sir. Because okay, it is like okay, from anywhere to anywhere, right?
So if
Yes.
NiFi used means so they will not use Kafka and this.
Sir, okay, depends, sir. Okay. So, sir, okay, I want to capture. Okay, I want to capture a message.
Everything is
Direct message
available in
without
this
putting
tool,
in a
right?
file.
So
See here, okay, again, okay, NiFi, okay, there is a message. Can NiFi directly capture message? Direct message. A piece of data without file name. See here, I'll tell you. Okay, so let's say I have something. Hello. Okay. How are you? This is my data, piece of data. Okay. I can directly give this piece of data to Kafka. Okay. But okay, if I want to give this to NiFi, first I need to store into sample.txt. Yes or no? Then only this sample.txt NiFi will take. Understood? Direct messages still like people use Kafka.
okay.
Okay.
So it is used for NiFi is used for unstructured data, right? Video
Of
files.
course, yes, sir. Any kind of data. So now there is no I mean, okay, so you can use it for any purpose, any kind of data you can use. Clear? Are any questions?
So who use, developers have an access to this NiFi, or they request it and we do it?
No, developers only will create the flows. Who will create the flows? Will admin create a flow?
Okay. So they have end-to-end access to NiFi.
Exactly. They will have the UI access actually. Okay. Okay. Coming back to this one. Okay. So I hope okay you got a clear picture on NiFi. Okay, now let's concentrate on the theory part. Okay. So key concepts in NiFi. Okay. The first one is processor. Okay. What is the processor here, guys? The processor can be input processor or output processor. The processor is a Java program. It is responsible either fetching data from source system, storing data into destination system. Yes or no? Okay. And okay, few processors are used to transform the data as well in the flow file. Okay, so few processors means okay. So here okay, we have taken one JSON record writer processor. Okay, what that JSON record writer processor will do? It will take a record from RDBMS and convert into JSON format. Okay, it is not storing, just it is converting the data from one format to other format. Okay, some process will get the data from fetch the data from source. Some process will put the data into source into destination. Okay, and some process will transform the data from one format to another format. Okay, so other one is flow file. When it comes to flow file, it represents a single piece of data. Okay, in NiFi, a flow file is made up of two components: flow file content and flow file attributes. Okay, so what is the flow file, guys? Here, what is the flow file? Okay, so whatever data you are transferring. Okay, let us take this scenario. Okay, let us take this scenario. Okay, so recently it has transferred okay two records. Okay, so where is this one? Okay, so these are the two records, right? These are the transaction ID 10, transaction ID 11. Okay, these are the two records okay, which got transferred from source to destination. From here to here, okay, it has got transferred. Okay, so now the thing is that okay, when it is transferring in the form of a okay, this piece of data is called as a flow file. Okay, as per NiFi, this is called as a flow file. Okay, so each flow file will have okay two things. Okay, one is content. Okay, what is the content? Actual content of this one. This is the actual content. This is the actual content. Okay, that is called flow file content and attributes. Okay, so attributes means metadata about this file content. Okay, where I can see this flow file. Okay, I want to see the flow file. So just click on. There is something called data provenance. Okay, so in the data provenance, okay, you can see. Okay, so here you can see. Okay, we just used put SDFS, right? Okay, so just see this one. Okay. The flow configuration history. This is the one we need to check. Okay, so here put SDFS. Okay, so here, if you see here, data points. Okay, so can you see this one? Okay, this is the one. What it is saying that okay, this is okay. Put SDFS. Put SDFS is the one. Okay, so now click on this one. Okay, now you can see. Okay, so this is the file name actually. Okay, this is the okay file name. Okay, in this one, okay, I have maximum transaction ID as 11. Okay, so now these are the attributes actually. Okay, so where it is putting, okay, in which path it is putting, project RF NIFI sales data, and with what name it is putting. Okay, what is the maximum transaction ID in this one? Okay, so what is the type? Okay, so JSON format. Okay, how many rows we have inside this one? Okay, how many records we have? What is the table name? Source table name. Okay, so all these things comes under. Okay, this is metadata. Okay, this is metadata, information about your data. Okay, will be stored in the attributes. Okay, and if you want to see what exactly it stored, okay, so here you can see here. Okay, view. Okay, this is the data it has pushed. Understood? This is the actual data. Okay, this is the actual data, and okay, this is the information about your data. Understand? So what does it mean? What does it mean? Okay, so whatever the data files, okay, it is pushing from source to destination. Okay, NIFI also maintaining that information. Okay, so NIFI also maintaining the information about that data. Okay, so in the form of flow files. Okay, what is the flow file? Flow file means okay, it's a piece of data transferred from source to destination. Okay, this flow file will contain two parts. Okay, one is okay, flow file content, which is actual data, and flow file attributes, which is information about your actual data. Okay, so that's called flow file. Okay, and what is the flow? Okay, flow means okay, a connection between two processes. Okay, this is the flow. Okay, so this is a flow. This is source and destination, and this is a flow between these two. Okay, it connects different processes to transfer and or modify the data from source to destination. This is called flow. Okay, and process group. Okay, what is a process group? Okay, when I say process group, okay, a group of NIFI flows which helps to user to manage and keep flows in hierarchical manner. Okay. Process group means okay, so every user will create one process group, their own process group. Okay, every user. Okay, inside that he will create flows, or every project will have one process group. Okay, understand? So process group is a place. Okay, it's kind of a placeholder for each and every employee or each and every project. So all the flows for this particular project will be in one process group. All okay flows for a particular employee will be in one process group. Okay, so now okay, you can create okay a process group. Inside that also you can create one more process group actually. Okay. Wait. What is event? Event represent the change in the flow file while traversing through a NIFI flow. These events are tracked in data provenance. Okay, what is event? Event means okay. So what is happening? What is the change in the flow file while traversing through? Okay, it means okay. What is the source data? How it is changing? Okay, while going to destination. Okay, so like let's say if you are taking from RDBMS, okay, it's a table data, but you are converting into JSON format. Okay, so this is kind of an event. Okay, so all these events can be tracked here. Okay, okay, here okay, you can see the events. Okay, so data provenance. Okay, here okay, these are all events. These are all events. Okay, to put into SDFS. Okay, these are the different steps. Okay, 4 steps it has performed. 3 steps it has performed. Understood? So put into SDFS means first it is sending. Okay, attributes modified and dropping. Okay, these are the 3 things okay, which it has performed. Understood? Okay, so this is called event. Okay, so now coming to the architecture part. Okay. So this is the architecture part. Okay, and NIFI can be installed in one node, and okay, NIFI can be installed as a cluster also. Okay, so if you install knife as a standalone mode, okay, so this is the standalone mode. Okay, you have a server. Inside the server, okay, you have OS installed. Inside that, okay, you have a NiFi JVM. Okay, so NiFi service, NiFi service. Okay, so if you see JPS, you will see NiFi service running here, NiFi. Okay, so now this is the NiFi service. Okay, so okay, I can connect to any NiFi service. So the NiFi service will have a web server. Okay, web server, and okay, it has something called flow controller. Okay, so what is flow controller and all? Okay, we'll see the next thing. Flow controller is the one, okay, which contains, okay, how many processes we have, list of process. Okay, so this is okay. So who will, okay, so now here I'm saying that, okay, I created the flow here. Who is running this flow? Who is managing this flow? Okay, this is the one, flow controller. Okay, so flow control will have flow file repository, content repository, provenance repository. So we'll see what is this content flow file repository. Content repository I've already shown you. Okay, so where your original file content, okay, will be stored. Okay, so provenance and flow file repository also I will explain in the next slides. Okay, so this is the NiFi architecture if you install in a single mode. Okay, but if you install, okay, the same NiFi in a standalone mode. Okay, okay, standalone mode. Okay, so here, okay, you have, okay, executes within a JVM on a host operating system, the primary web server. Okay, UI of NiFi. Okay, purpose is to create the STBase command and control API. Okay, so this is web server. Okay, so this is UI for NiFi, and this will help users to create the flows. Okay, flow controller. This is the brain of the operation. Okay, so this is the one, okay, who will be executing the flows actually. Flow file repository contains the metadata. Flow file repository contains the metadata. Okay, current state attributes for, okay, for all the current flow files in the flow. Okay, so here, okay, if you remember, guys, okay, so you have some, okay, your data is flowing through, you have source and you have destination. Your data is flowing through NiFi. Okay, when it is flowing through NiFi, what data it is flowing, all that information, okay, that data's metadata will be stored in the, contains metadata of that file. Okay, the data, okay, will be stored in the flow file repository, and the content, actual content of the data or flow file will be stored in the content repository. The provenance means, okay, the provenance repository holds the history of the flow files. Okay, so history. Okay, so what do you mean history? See here, guys, flow file repository will contain the metadata of the, okay, let us take this scenario. Okay, let's say in the database, you take this example only. In this database, okay, so I have, okay, this is the database. Okay, so here I have two records, okay, 10th and 11th records, 11. Okay, so now the 10th and 11th records are passing through NiFi, and finally it is reaching here. Yes or no? Okay, when it is passing through NiFi, okay, this is called as a flow file. Okay, this flow file metadata is maintained in flow file repository. This flow file actual data will be maintained in content repository. Okay, content repository. What this flow file started, okay, what it is ended, okay, what are the events has taken to complete this flow, that will be stored in the provenance repository. So these are the three things. Okay. So it means, okay, whatever data transferred, okay, using NiFi, everything will have a track. Got it? Okay. So the next one, okay, so you can install NiFi in a cluster mode also. Okay, so when you are installing NiFi in a cluster mode, you require zookeepers actually. Okay, so when you install in cluster mode, okay, so you'll have multiple, okay, NiFi nodes. Okay, but when you have multiple NiFi nodes, okay, so here we have something called cluster coordinator. Okay, so like, okay, when you have multiple nodes, one will be active and the other one will be standby, right? In the same way, okay, when you have multiple NiFi nodes, okay, you have, okay, one as a coordinator, the other four, okay, other rest of the NiFi nodes will act like okay, what to say, normal worker actually. Okay, so this, okay, one Knife node will act like a coordinator, which is a master, and other knife nodes will act like workers. Okay, so if coordinator knife node is down, okay, automatically zookeeper will select another knife node as a coordinator. Okay, understood? Okay, so now, okay, you have something called primary. What is this primary? Okay, so I will explain this one. Okay, so nodes. Okay, so each cluster is made up of one or more nodes. These, okay, the nodes don't do the actual data processing. Okay, so cluster coordinator. Okay, who is cluster coordinator here? Cluster coordinator is the one. It's an instance of knife that provides single management point of the cluster. Okay, so it is like a active name node in the cluster. If I have 4 name nodes, okay, one will be active, other one will be standby. Here also, if I have 5 knife nodes, okay, one will be active, okay, one will be coordinator, others will be like normal workers. Okay, so this is the coordinator node, okay, which receive the health and status information from the nodes, and okay, this is the one who will communicate all the data flow changes to other nodes. Okay, so if you create a new flow, okay, who will tell all the nodes, okay, other nodes that okay, this is the new flow created? The coordinator node. Okay, so this is the node which will maintain the uniformity of the data flow across cluster. Okay, so you open any node, guys. Okay, so now you see I opened this with okay 181 dot okay knife, right? Okay, the same thing if I open with the other knife, okay, 182 machine. If I open 182 machine also, it is showing me the same thing. It means okay, I can connect to any node. Any node will show the same information. Okay, see, I created a flow in first node. How fifth node is understanding that this is the flow? I can see the same flow in fifth node also. Okay, I created flow in first node. Okay, but I'm seeing the, say this is in 181 machine. This is a 181 machine. This is 185 machine. Okay, but here also I can see the same flows. How it is happening? Okay, so here whenever you create a flow, the flow will be given to the coordinator node, and the coordinator node will distribute the same flow to all other nodes, so that okay, every node will have same flow information. Understood? Okay, so then okay, what is primary node? Okay, so there is something called primary here. Okay, when I say primary, okay, what is primary here? Okay, so normally every knife cluster has one and only primary node, only one primary node. Okay, on this node it is possible to run isolated processor. Okay, what is isolated processor, guys? See, now I don't, okay, so here okay, I created a processor here, put file. Okay, right click on this one, configuration, but anywhere did I tell okay in which node you need to put? See, in case of this put FTP configure, so here I clearly told okay in which machine I need to put the data. Okay, but okay, in case of put file, I didn't tell anywhere in which machine I need to put. Okay, so what, okay, these are called as isolated processor. Okay, so if you are using any isolated processor, okay, if any data is pushed, okay, to isolate through isolated processor, that data will be stored on the primary node. Okay, I seriously don't know what is the use of this isolated processor or like a primary node. Okay, so it means okay, so if you want to store something on the knife nodes itself, okay, you will use isolate. Maybe that is the advantage. Okay, so zookeeper is used to select automatically the primary node. Okay, if the node is disconnected from the cluster for any reason, new primary node will be automatically detected. Okay, now where I can see okay which one is primary node, okay, you can see here. Okay, so here cluster, okay, you can see who is primary here. This is the one S3 and 5. Okay, now okay, here okay, I'm disconnecting this one. Okay, I'm powering off this one. Okay, now this is okay powered off. Okay, now you see, okay, refresh. Okay, this is disconnected. Okay, now I will go to the first node. Now refresh. So now it says okay 4.5. Okay, not all 5s are working, only 4 are working. Okay, now you click on here. Okay, cluster. Who has become primary? S3 and 5, earlier S3 and 5 it was down, so automatically zookeeper has selected other node as primary and coordinator. Got it? Now you power on this one, connect. So now this will become okay. Now this is the coordinator and this will be like a normal knife. Understood? It is connecting. Okay, now if you refresh, now you can see 5/5. Okay. So users can determine which is currently elected as prime node by looking at the cluster management page on the user interface. Okay, so I've shown you that. Okay, and okay, what are the different components of NiFi? Okay, so here, first one. Okay, so we'll see this one. Okay. Here there is something called processor. Okay, what is processor? Processor is a Java program either responsible for fetching the data or storing the data into destination system. Okay. So here okay, there's something called input port. What is this input port? Input port is used to get the data from processor which is not present in the process group. Okay. Let us take this scenario, guys. Okay. Now I'm creating. Okay, this is my Venkat practice. Okay. Inside this one. Okay. I'm saying that. Okay. Okay. So I'm creating like Venkat. Okay. Okay. Practice. Okay. So April 20. Okay. So 22. 2022. Okay, so this is what okay I have created. Okay, this is one process group I created. I'm creating okay for today's work. I'm using this one. For tomorrow's work, okay, I will create one more process group. Okay, 23. Okay, 2002. Okay. So now, okay, so inside this one I created okay some flows inside this one. Okay, and inside this one okay, I created some flows. Okay, yesterday flows are here. Today's flows are here. I'm just giving example. Okay. But I want to connect a yesterday flow to today's flow. Okay. See, if I want to see here, okay, I added okay this one from here to here. Okay. But can I add okay? So one is in one process group. Okay. This is another process group. Can I connect directly like this? No, you cannot connect. Okay. So what you need to do? You need to create an input port here. Okay. So in this, okay, I need to create input port. Okay. In other machine, I need to create output port. Between these two ports, okay, you need to create a link. Understood? Understood, guys? Okay. So I have a processor here and I have a processor here. If I want to connect this processor from into with this processor, okay, since these two are not in the same process group, okay, you cannot directly connect. You need to use input port and output port. Okay, so this should have input port and this should have output port. Okay, so then you can connect to this processor, connect to output port. From here, it will connect to input port. From here, it will connect to output processor. Got it? Okay, that is input port and output port. Okay. So then process group. Okay. What is process group? Okay. Process group means it contains okay list of process or flows. Okay. So every user can have one process group or every project can have one process group. Okay. And remote process group. Okay. What is remote process group? Here there is something called remote process group. Okay. Let's say remote process. This is used to use remote process group on NiFi canvas. So let us take this one. I have two NiFi clusters case. I have two NiFi cluster. I want to copy, okay? I want to copy a process group from source to destination. Okay, one cluster to other cluster. Probably I can use remote process group. Or I want to use whatever is there in the source cluster. I want to source NiFi cluster. The same flows I want to use in the DR cluster also. Okay, then okay, I will use remote process group. With the help of remote process group, you can add okay the NiFi flows from source to destination. Okay, then funnel. Okay, the next one is funnel. Okay, the funnel is used to transfer the output of a processor to multiple processor. Okay, so let's say there is one processor. Okay, you want to transfer the output of multiple processors into one. Okay, you can use funnel. Okay, see here, okay, funnel. So okay, output of processor can be okay. Output of multiple processors can be sent to a single processor. This is called as funnel. Okay, and template. Okay. You can create a template here, guys. Okay. So template means with the setup. Okay, let's say you are using okay some flows okay by default. So you create a template and put this default flows in the template. Okay, so every time you create a new project or a new group, okay, new process group, okay, you can import this template without creating every time. Okay, so this is a template. Okay, the last one is label. Okay, so what is label here? Okay, You can say label, just okay, here, add it here, just to understand, okay. So here I'm adding a label here. Okay, this is the label. This is the label. Okay, so here I'm label value. Okay, this is okay. So local file system to local file, server to server, server to server copy. You can just okay, okay. So here, okay, this is server to server copy. Okay, so that okay, if you put a label like this, okay, you will understand. Okay, so here I put one more here, server to, sorry, RDBMS to STFR. Okay, so to understand, okay, this is which flow, this is which flow. Okay, so by putting this labels, okay, you will understand okay, what are the flows. Okay, so these are the different components okay, we have in NiFi. So any questions till now, guys? Any questions till now? Okay, so now no questions. Okay, we'll see the performance tuning here. Okay, so where you will see the performance issues, guys? Where you see the performance issues in NiFi? Okay, definitely, NiFi is one of the tool okay, where which will transfer terabytes of data every day from one place to other place. Understood? Terabytes of data. Okay, from one place to other place. Okay. So, but okay, when you're transferring terabytes of data from one place to other place, okay, where okay, you can see the performance issues. One of the issues that configuring flow file repository, okay, located on the disk. Okay, so the flow file repository location, okay, is a disk location. Okay, in our environment, okay, we are in our cluster we have given okay, MNT disk one as a flow file repository. Okay, so this flow file repository is a okay, is a repository directory is a place okay, where NiFi will keep all the flow file metadata. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, so when you're transferring lot of data, okay, lot of data, every flow files metadata should be written in this directory. So that is the reason. Okay, you should use very good hard disk for this directory. Okay, for this repository. So normally, okay, people use like, SSDs for flow file repository. Okay, and if the number of total flow files in any one connection queue exceeded the threshold, okay, so there is a threshold value actually. Okay, so if the number of total files in any one connection queue exceed the threshold value, okay, then swapping will occur. Okay, suppose okay, if the queue is unable to hold okay, the data, okay, okay, so there is okay threshold swap threshold, okay, of some limit. Okay, if the queue exceed this limit, okay, data size, okay, obviously it will start writing into local file system OS disk. Okay, so depending on how much is swapping occurring, performance can be affected. Okay, so swapping is fine, but okay, too much swapping okay, may cause performance issues. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, so we need to have the bigger JVM size for NiFi service. Okay, then configure multiple content repositories within single instance of NiFi better when you deal with high data volumes. Okay, so guys here, okay, I've given MNT disk as a content repository. Do you okay? That is 100 GB. Do you think okay, this 100 GB is sufficient? All right. Okay, so that is the reason in real time what they will do, they'll configure multiple content repositories. Okay, they'll give like okay, MNT disk 2 comma MNT disk 3 comma MNT disk 4. Okay, so that okay, your content actual file content will be okay stored in this content repository directories. Okay, so what NiFi will do, NiFi will use this content repository to store the okay, to store actual content of the flow file. Okay, definitely actual content will be huge every day. Okay, so metadata will be always less. So the flow file repository directory can be a small one, can speed one. Okay, so good one. But again, the same way, okay, so you should have content repository directory should be a bigger one, and you can have multiple content repositories also. Okay, okay, so you can have MNT disk 2, MNT disk 3, MNT disk 4 like this. You can have multiple content repositories. Okay. And to make sure the UI performance is solid, okay, it is important that user disable the process. Okay, now you see here. So now my work is completed here. So I stopped this process. Okay. So suppose, okay, what some people will do, even their work is completed also, they will not stop this process. Okay. When the process are not stopped, okay, UI will be consuming, okay, will be utilizing some of its some energy to, okay, run this process. Okay. See, when you are not using, okay, just stop it and keep it. When you are using, okay, just start it. Okay, just right click and start it. That's it, right? Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? Okay, if you create more and more processors, and if you keep them in running state, okay, then okay, UI performance will go down. Okay. So these are the performance tuning which we need to consider when it comes to NiFi majorly. Okay. And real-time issues from NiFi. What are the real-time issues? Okay, so we can see in NiFi. Okay. So when it comes to real-time issues, content repository of the file system is full. This is one of the common issue. Okay, content repository is full. Okay, so this is very common issue because, okay, you are transferring terabytes of data, and the terabyte of data, okay, will be a copy of the terabytes of data will be stored in NiFi also. Okay, so NiFi and in the content repository directory. So if the content repository is full, then automatically your NiFi services may go down. Okay, or will go down. Okay, so due to this, flow files may get stuck in the queue and our NiFi services may go down. That's what. Okay, so because of this, okay, if content repository is full, okay, obviously you will not have, okay, data to put in the queue. Okay, and okay, this may cause, okay, your NiFi services going down. NiFi service restart will take care of this issue by clearing some of the old files from content repository automatically. Okay, see, this is one of the bug, okay, where we see this. Okay, so I don't know why, okay, they are not giving some properties like, okay, so when it reaches 80%, okay, clean up the old files, old content repository. So such kind of options are not there in this version. Okay, I guess, okay, in 1.11 or 1.12 version, okay, they have this option. Okay, whenever content repository reach 80%, whenever content repository is 80% full, it will automatically delete some of the old content which is already pushed to destination. Okay, but okay, in the current version of 1.99 or 1.10, if content repository is full, only option for is there to restart the NiFi. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, so in real time, okay, even okay, in our scenario also, so our guys will restart the NiFi service, okay, every alternate day, or can max, okay, every alternate day they restart the services. At times, okay, they may restart, okay, every day also NiFi services. The reason is that, okay, content repository is full. Okay, so but if you restart, okay, NiFi will delete some of the old content and, okay, create some space. Okay, NiFi service restart issues due to corruption of flow.xml.gz. Okay, so okay, so there is one thing, guys. Okay, here, let us take this scenario. Now I have 5 nodes. Now I have 5 nodes. Okay, let's say in this cluster, okay, I'm stopping one node. I'm stopping one node. Okay, so now one is disconnected. So now what I'm doing, okay, so I'm creating a flow. I'm creating a flow now. Okay, so I'm creating a flow here. So cancel. Okay, so I'm creating a flow here. Okay, I'm creating a flow with 4 nodes. Okay, so I created the flow. Okay, but after creating the flows, okay, so let's say you started this one cluster. Okay, so this is started. Okay, now how will this node automatically take the new changes? See, I have total 5 nodes in the cluster. One node is down. Okay, when I have 4 nodes, I created a flow. Okay, I created a flow. Okay, now if 5th node is started, will it start automatically? No. Okay, when the 5th node is started, it will see whether, okay, so there is something called, okay, so in each machine, okay, so CD, okay, so user local Hadoop, so not Hadoop, but NiFi. So there is something called, okay, so here, flow XML. Can you see this one? Okay, this is the configuration. Okay, CD. Okay, this is the location where you can see the flow.xml. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so this is the flow.xml means, okay, what is this file? Okay, so what NiFi will do, whatever the flows we have, whatever the full flows you create, okay, with all these flows information, it will create an XML file. This is the XML file. Okay, now what will happen? Okay, so suppose one node is down. Okay, that time you created a new flow. Okay, then new flow file will be created. Yes or no? So every time, okay, you create a flow, okay, this flow.xml.gz file will be modified. Okay, so now actually you are having, okay, so here, okay, so NiFi node 1, okay, so you have node 2, node 3, node 4, node 5. Okay, so now you created a, okay, so this is down, okay, so that time you created a, okay, NiFi flow.xml flow, okay, one flow you created. Okay, this contains, okay, 5 flows. Okay, this contains, okay, initially, okay, think that, okay, all are having 4 flows. Okay, now all are having 4 flows, but suddenly NiFi node is down. Okay, that time you created a new flow, 5th flow. Okay, that 5th flow is with only this 4. Okay, but okay, this last node is still having the 4 flows only. Okay, but okay, these 4 nodes are having 5. Okay, so now out of these 4 nodes, okay, let's say this is coordinator. Okay. So now when NiFi node is started, okay, it will contact with the coordinator. Okay, so now it will check whether the flow.xml with this one and, okay, this one both are same or not. Okay, these two are same, both are same, both are not same. Okay, in this scenario, okay, this NiFi service will be stopped. Okay, so in this scenario, what you need to do, okay, you delete this one and you copy this flow.xml widget from coordinating machine and put it here and start the NiFi node. Then it will start. Understood? Okay, that is the reason, okay, in real time normally, okay, so if I have a 5 node cluster, nobody will create, okay, a new flow if any node is down. Understood? So normally flows will be created, okay, when all the nodes are available. Okay, so this is one problem, okay, which we need to keep it in mind. Okay, unable to make any changes to data flow until the disconnected node is back to normal. Okay, suppose, okay, now I have, okay, so I have, okay, created this flow. Okay, when all the 5 nodes are there, okay, suddenly one node is stopped. Can I make any changes to this flow? No, you cannot. Until you connect that failed node back, okay, so you cannot make any changes to this flow. That is one bad thing actually. Okay, that is one bad thing. Okay, so if you create a flow and, okay, and if any node is down after creating the flow, you cannot make any changes to this flow until the failed node is back to normal. Okay, so there is, okay, replace text, okay, with multiple concurrency tasks. Okay, there is a replace text processor. Okay, okay, when you use this replace text processor with the concurrent multiple concurrent tasks, okay, there is a chance of data corruption actually. Okay, so when, okay, you, okay, normally, okay, when you have, okay, data replacement rules, okay, so you should, data replacement rules should happen one after other. If all rules happen at the same time, okay, it may not work properly. Okay, So this is one of the issue, but it looks like in the newer version they fixed this issue. Okay. File overwriting problem while loading data into cloud storage. Okay, suppose if you want to store this data into Azure Data Lake storage, okay, so S3, Amazon S3 data storage. Okay, so there's a chance of file overwriting problem. Okay, so then again, user sync issues from LDAP when authenticate is enabled. Okay, so your NiFi UI can be integrated with your LDAP also. Okay, so now when I open this NiFi UI, it is directly starting. But okay, in real time, okay, when I open NiFi, it will ask me user ID and password. If I provide user ID password, then only it will work. Otherwise, no. Okay, so by default, okay, authentication is disabled. But if you want to, if you have LDAP, okay, you can enable the authentication. Okay, so happen. Okay, so your NiFi is unable to connect to LDAP server and get the newly added users. Okay, at times the syncing will take some time in NiFi. Okay, so that's also one of the bug in NiFi. They say that in the new version they resolve this issue, but yes, we need to check. Okay, so these are the real-time issues of what you can see from NiFi, guys. So that's all I have about NiFi. Okay, any questions if you have, okay, you can ask me. So these
So
are
the data
different.
corruption, the data corruption could only happen on the target side, right? It should not happen on the source, isn't it?
No, sir, no. So any other questions?
Sir, which version this is, sir?
This is 1.9, sir. Okay, we have 1.11 now, which is a stable version. Maybe, okay, I will download 1.11 now. Okay. Any questions? Okay, guys, if no questions, okay, we'll stop it here and we'll continue tomorrow.
Sir, can